All right, so now we'll start our session today. Today is the 5th of February and 2022, and today is auspicious day of Vasant Panchami or Saraswati Puja. And so my prayers and best wishes are with you and all your family members. So let the divine shower blessings on all of you on this auspicious day. And also, today's date is energetically in the calendar wise. It is a major turning point for this year. In my New Year message, I have already explained that first part of actually month of the January energy is very chaotic. A lot of disturbances, a lot of things will happen. And from February, the energy will start to take off, and today is the day, 5th of February, it will start moving. So whatever you will start now, it will be there for the long term. From now, it is starting now. So, and that this higher, this abundance energy will be stabilized in the month of August. From there onwards, it's a very good time. So to do anything, start any activity.
Guruji, pranam.
Pranam, Manali. So start any activities or any business or, so new projects, everything, that is all will be very good time. It is starting from now. And whatever earlier was not happening, it will start happening now. So we can revisit and give the new push to that. Also, I mentioned in the New Year message that this is the year of Shakti. Shakti means power of divine feminine is there. Like you need to go ahead, but those will be successful, which is driven on the principle of pure love, or if that is a little bit difficult to understand to those who has not in the spiritual domain practiced in the experience that. So in other words, people with motherly nature and qualities will succeed, like taking care, nurturing, and the loving their people and their children and things like that. So those natures will be coming in the forefront, and that will be governing energy of this year and onwards. The era has already started. So the transition of this all over the world energy transition started. You may be knowing that December 2012 it has started, where there was a lot of discussion that time about that the end of the era, and that's the Mayan calendar and all this kind of stuff. So that is actually the energy shift started happening. And in between, it is all the energy shift happened in next few years. And after that, we have a lot of changes within our physical body. The structure of the body at the cellular level has been changed already, particularly during lockdown, etc. And the month of January, the last month, you can say that the last battle of the war. So that has been over, if you like to use the word terminology. So that is over now. So now it is time for, energetically speaking. How it will play out into your own individual lives, that depends upon your soul's plan and free will. So whether you accept that opportunities or you have to do something, there is something called law of implementation. Like energy is good, but if you don't make any attempt, nothing will happen. As simple as that. In the Chanakya sloka, there was one line was mentioned there, Nahi suptasya singhasya pravishvanti mukhe mriga. Means, If the lion is hungry, lion also has to work like a hunt. Just sleeping lion with a making mouth open, the deer will not come and jump into his mouth and become his food. Yeah? So like that. So I just repeat that sloka, that line. Uh, and there are two lines. Let me utter both the lines, then chant both the lines, then it will be clear. Uddamena hi siddhanti karyani na manorathai nahi suptasya singhasya pravishvanti mukhemriga. So first part is Uddamena hi siddhanti karyani, means any work in the physical world, by effort it is being done. Uddamena hi siddhanti karyani na manarothai, not by just wishing. So Uddamena hi siddhanti karyani na manorathai nahi suptasya singhasya. I mean, not that if the lion, sleeping lion, it making with mouth open, nahi suptasya singhasya pravishvanti mukhe mriga. The deer will not come and jump into his mouth. Lion also need to hunt, work, okay, to feed himself. Anyway, that's what it means. So this is always there. That part is always there. But what I'm saying is sometimes what happens, you do a lot of efforts, a lot of things, nothing is happening. There is some blocks, and also all those kinds of blocks and all those things, everything has a purpose, by the way. So we feel it is a blocks, but those are the time for the preparing yourself. So preparing yourself so that at the right time you can give your full effort. But if you continuously doing something or other, then you will not be ready. When this opportunity comes, you will not be ready. You will already tired with small things. So that's why sometimes there is a divine plan to make you wait to serve you better. Okay, let us put it that way. So many times in the restaurant, they put one line, we make you wait to serve you better. So just to make the people psychologically calm down, not to shout at them. That's why. But anyway, so this is, but that has got a deep-rooted the spiritual meaning into it. So it will happen at the divine time. So now onwards is the time. It will start happening. It's revealing on its own. Whatever you have learned, experienced, nothing will be gone waste. It will be. But saying so, it will happen on its own way. The old way will not come back. It will open up in a new way, and that is why it is also the year of creativity. Yeah. So the mother is symbolized of creation. Yeah? So the humanity goes along with the power of mother. Anyway, so this creativity also will get a boost. And this year will also be a good time for those planning a baby. Yeah, so those are also, it will be the very high level souls are ready, and they will come this year. Yeah, I'm telling you. If you take the statistics of last few years, people were joking that during lockdown people have nothing else to do. There will be baby boom. But if you see the statistics, it's happened other way around. It fall down. Last 2 years, the baby birth all over the world has fallen down. Maybe locally something happened, that's a different issue, but overall it didn't happen. This year it will happen. I'm just telling you energetic, projection. But as I'm saying, but individually, it's all played out in a different way. It is not that from tomorrow you will be, suddenly become very top of the pop. It's not like that, but that also depends on your soul's plan. All right. Now, this is about the energetic thing, and it is starting in a very auspicious day, Basant Panchami day. So again, my prayers are with you, and I wish you all the best. And you can go with the flow of this energy till the end of the year. And this is a time to lift off. So I pray for the lift off for all of you, both spiritually and abundance, materialistically, everywhere. Yeah. And this and Babaji is also giving lot of input to many of people to become ready for this period. You can say the last few years was a preparation for this time, this year. So to give you a little bit more insight about that, what is it all about? What we need to prepare for what? Okay. So prepare. Listen this part carefully. I mentioned earlier. If you noticed it, fine. If you not noticed it, listen it now. Okay. Babaji was preparing the masters to how to impart that knowledge to the masses, how to transmute negative energy into pure love. It coming from a fundamental principle of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy can only be converted from one form to another. That we have learned in physics and many other places. It is a scientific. You cannot create energy. You can just transform one energy to another. So nuclear to electricity. Okay. Like something, chemical energy into heat or something of that nature. Different types of energy in play. So in this period, what you are learning is how to transmute negative energies into pure love. I wanted to re-emphasize, I'm not talking negative energy into positive energy. Those things failed. Okay. People run behind converting negative into positive. It has never been successful. The fundamental reason it is not successful because whenever you take one polarity, another will come along with it. I have explained it many times. I've given an example of the magnet. You cannot take only North Pole, leave the South Pole. Or in the coin, head and tail, you cannot take only head and leave the tail. It's not possible. If you take one, other will come with it. It's a different side of the same coin. Same here. You cannot, replace negative energy with a positive energy. Okay? It is not temporarily, yes, for a short time. But that is not the solution. It will again go back to negative. But when you transmute the technology which masters are imparting to the masses, okay, and this is one of the avenue you got that, the technique, how to transmute that negative energy, negative experiences of life, the pain and suffering and all those kind of things, frustration, into pure love. It will heal itself. Unless until we suffered, we feel the pain, we will not be looking for any type of solution. No, we will be in the dream state all the time, like there is a wasted life. So you come for the search of this answer to that, why this life is so painful, why it is so much suffering, why things are not happening the way we want, why we are not happy, we are dissatisfied, when this thing, that thing. So all those negative energies, only thing what you need to learn here is to convert it into pure love. One time I was asking Babaji, I think sometime I posted into that Facebook also, I think in 2015-16 or that kind of time, few of the communication with Babaji, and one of them I asked, Babaji, if we are going towards a golden era, so why I don't see people are getting day by day richer, wealthier, and prosperous and things to the golden. This is our standard concept of this. Babaji is telling, that time he told me, that is understanding I'm just sharing now. Babaji is telling that whatever issues you are facing, the humanity is facing, money cannot solve them. Even if I give you money, you will not be able to solve this. You will increase it. Okay. If there is any disbalance in the system, the money will make the disbalance more. Key is not that the more wealth. It is all about the pure love has all the solutions. When we feel that there is no other, it is all about different expressions of me, I call it. There are no other, it is all my expressions. This different part of me, like just like I have a morning one face, then after shaving another face, when I go to office another face, when working another face, when eating another face, when chatting with the friend another face, like that is different expressions of me. Same here. Okay, I got a scolding from the boss, then that is also another expression of me. When I come back home, my wife said, I asked you to bring milk, you forget, and that is another expression of me. It's all are the expressions of me only. Okay, different. So that's what you will feel. And what is the connection of that? It's a pure love. This year, that you will be experiencing that, if not already. Because Mother Earth, energy-wise, has already reached there. It's called fifth dimensional energy. It's an energy, I think, operating by pure love, spiritual energy. And the duality, good, bad, this, that, all these are in the materialistic third dimensional reality is called. So there is no duality there. So those who experience that, this kind of thing doesn't touch. And they always be in the pure loving state. And that's why you elevate yourself, not try to change negative to positive. It will never happen. If you elevate yourself, then no matter what, this negative, positive will not touch you. You become an equanimity state. And that is the way to elevate. Today's topic is about synesthesia. Okay, synesthesia is one of the key to reach to that level. We have 5 senses. This is called Panch Gyanendriya. Okay, in the Sanskrit, 5 senses. What are those senses? Touch, smell, taste, vision, hearing, and all this kind of thing. Now, each and every senses, they are operated by a certain part of the brain. That's it is in the biology, simple biology. It's nothing I'm not talking anything which is spiritual about it. Like your touch and all, it is sensation mostly somewhere in the upper side, the brain, but little inside. Your taste is in the center of the brain. Hearing is just below, but in the center of the brain. Smelling is the front side of the brain. Vision is their optic nerve centers are there in the back side of the brain. Sometimes when some people hit with some accident or something, their vision get impaired, and that is because of their optic nerve has been hit. That is the reason. So that is on the back side. So somebody hit by a rod or something, they get distorted. Anyway, so I'm not going to medical detail. It's not necessary. What I'm saying is there are different sectors of brain which is responsible to process the data from the sense, and then you sense that what is the message. Synesthesia is like a bridge between all these senses. Okay. One area can activate the other type of senses. Like listening can create some kind of taste sensation. Okay. So there is nothing to do with listening. For sound, it is hearing, and taste, it is the tongue. But listening something can create some taste in your mouth. Okay. Like maybe you have some hearing about somebody's talking about some food you love. So you start feeling the taste and salivating. This is the kind of thing is interconnected. Then no food is there physically in your mouth. So this kind of thing, those areas get activated. the other sense get activated through another, which is not normally the responsibility of that particular sense. Hearing has nothing to do with the test in the lower level. But at a certain level, these are interconnected. So you are going to the interconnection level. That's why it is called the bridge. So one thing get activated to another, and the children, particularly the children up to 4 years of age, they have this as a natural ability. They can smell color, okay, and things like that. So many of the things, some color can be seen as a music, or music can create a sensation of a rainbow. Okay, so those are the visual aspects of listening to the music. Anyway, these are the effects of called the synesthesia. Synesthesia is not a very common word. We hear a lot of time we hear the word called anesthesia. Anesthesia is normally given for patients going for the surgery. They're giving anesthesia to be unconscious, then so that they can operate. Doctor can operate, the surgeon can operate. That's the thing. Anesthesia meaning the absence of senses. And then synesthesia, aesthesia is anesthesia. And synesthesia is synthesis, like combining together. It's not an absence of senses, it is combining senses. One is another. And this part to be in the physics, this domain, where the physical level and there's a vibration level, energy level. The Einstein's theory E is equal to mc square. That energy and the mass is a convertible. Like whatever physical can be energy, energy can be this. But while in the physics, the scientists, they have been done a lot of research, and they come to certain aspects of properties of some particle or something like that. They realized it is neither following the principle of the matter, neither the principle of the energy. Something in between. Some property of matter, some property of the energy. So how do you define it? This phenomenon, when they opened up a huge research that is called the quantum level, quantum physics. Quantum means is neither physical nor completely energy, somewhere in between. This synesthesia is an aspect of quantum level. That's why it cannot be explained only 5 senses alone. And it is not completely out of touch. It is a level of consciousness. Little higher level of consciousness where the physical properties, our physical experiences happen. So it is beyond 5 senses, but connected to the 5 senses. Okay. How do I explain to that? Let me see some example. Okay. Suppose that we have the countries have the boundaries. Each country has a rule and all. Then for traveling to one country to another, you need visa and other things. Okay. So those are defined, rules and regulations. But if you see the birds, they don't need visa. They can fly from one country to another. Okay. Because for them, that definition of the boundary applicable only to humans. Yeah? Not for the birds. So if you can fly, and if you are not human, okay, you are alive, you are entity, but not human. That doesn't apply. You can travel different countries, 5 countries, ghum ke aa gaya. This is fine, no visa. Okay. Nobody check in the passport in the border or whatever. So synesthesia is like that. It is not defined by the boundary. It is itself is not another sense. I'm not talking about the sixth sense here. Okay. I'm talking about the bridge between all this. You are operating in a certain domain when those laws doesn't apply, but still you are connected. Like the bird can travel one country to another and things like that. That's how you can get access. You can sit down there, eat something, have breakfast, talk to your friends, go to another country and have it. Nothing, no visa. So like that, synesthesia is that level. It's called level of consciousness, which is in the physics wise, I was explaining, is a quantum level. Neither this, not that. It's not fully into consciousness, but it's a bridge between the lower level of consciousness, lower means physical level, to the higher level of consciousness. So you can say it is a bridge between the senses. Also, if you go into the spiritual aspect of it, you can say the synesthesia is a bridge between different levels of consciousness. Okay, through which you can go beyond senses. Our all spiritual practices, we practice to get out of the shackle of five senses. I'm not saying drop it. No spiritual master is saying you close your eyes, close your ear and cut your tongue. No, that's not get rid of the senses. No. Senses will be in place, but he will not be the slave of those senses. That means the same detachments. They should not control you. The sense organ, the pleasures will not control you. But it does not mean you will not use them. You will enjoy. Why not? You have good food, you enjoy. Fine. But when you don't get it, you are not suffering and looking for it and you feel you are punished. And that need to be dropped. Only you enjoy it purely. When you don't get it, you are not bothered. You are not suffering. You are not feeling the missing and the pain. So this is the state called equanimity. All the spiritual masters, they operate from equanimity. They don't reject food or things, no. Or if the comfort is there, they will enjoy the comfort. Not rejecting, not running away. Not begging mentality. I'm not promoting that. People have a misunderstanding. The spirituality means poverty and begging, and no. We are householder spirituality. Aishwaryavan Muktatma. So here we need to enjoy everything but not get attached to it. Okay, if you have it, fine. If you don't have it, it's also fine. Okay, it will come some other time. That's okay. In spirituality, that we have been tested time and time again. No master even, they're out of those tests, because some time to time come that it is something called infinite patience. They learn infinite patience on the spiritual path, and what they come from the instant gratification, the lure of instant gratification. They come out of that, go to a state where they can delay gratification. Even if I'm not having, I want to eat some food, but I'm not getting it for last 1 year, I'm fine. Okay. But in the lower side, it's controlled by ego. Ego needs to satisfy its desire right now. Okay. A lot of business market developed just to cater this urge of people, instant gratification, instant food, okay, the instant happiness or whatever. You want anything instant. So, and those are the key to get addicted and things like that. But what I'm saying is nothing wrong in enjoying, but when it is not there, or not possible, then you have to wait. You have to learn to wait. That is the detachment. So otherwise, that other thing is controlling you. So you are not liberated. You are controlled by those. So, and that's how people have done it. And then whatever it went, I'm saying I'm not against enjoying. Nothing wrong in enjoying. But I'm only talking getting addicted to keep on enjoying. Okay. That addiction need to go. You have to, enjoy life, pure form, without harming anyone. That is the only clause in the spirituality. You enjoy, but not at the cost of anything or anyone. Not that I'm enjoying, but killing 5 birds give me a lot of joy. So what about those 5 birds? They got killed in the name of your joy. That is no. Okay. Only that part you have to take care. Otherwise, enjoy. Everything is created. One day I was sharing that the oneness, the experience of oneness, you will feel that everything is created for you. Sun is rising for you. Birds are chirping for you. Okay. The view of the sea and the mountain, they're created for you. Okay. So it is all, the whole thing is to enjoy. Okay. Enjoy the beauty, and feel the grace of the Creator. Anyway, so now let me come back to the topic. So this synesthesia is just that quantum level bridges which connect everything, and that one creates the another. I will give few examples just to understand. In the morning session also somebody was asking practically how can you give example how I can see what is the things. I already give one that hearing name of some food, some you are salivating or some sensation of the food. Suppose you are watching that someone is playing with a snowball. Maybe you are in a summer, but somebody is playing with a snowball, throwing at each other and making what is called the snowman and all those things. You suddenly feel a bit cold. So when sitting on your sofa watching it, you get cold. So from where the sensation of cold is coming? You are simply watching something. Or maybe you are listening to some music, like some tune, and then you feel like very much sad and feel like crying. Yeah. So you are just listening something. So from where this crying is coming, from where this develop this kind of emotions, because you are not undergoing any painful experience. You are only listening to a certain kind of music or a song maybe. So many you might have seen in the people want to go watch the movies and certain scene, people are also crying and these things. So they're just simply watching. Something is happening. They know it's a movie. It's okay. It's not happening to me, but why you are crying then? Okay. So one thing, what you are watching, this sense invoking something else within you. So this connection established to synesthesia. Okay, it is not visual only. Human being are called organism. Like everything is connected to everything else. Even you are connected to the universes. That's why planetary positions affect you. Okay, particular moon is the closest the celestial object that affects you because 70% of body is water. So moon, different phases of moon, that has the impact of this water in our own body. So that's how we feel that effect. Okay, so this is called organism. It is connected to each other. Opposite of this is called mechanism. Mechanism, each and individual part is working its own role. And if you take it, only that part will not work, rest of the things will work. But human being is not like that. Everything is connected to everything else. There are many therapies. They would have pressure points or acupuncture, acupressure or whatever, whatnot. One particular pressure points have some effect on the, say, some knee pain or the stomach and kidney. There is one pressure point somewhere else. So they are all interconnected. Anyway, so further examples are like sometimes you are hearing some number, but it creates some kind of sensation, like Friday the 13th. Many people, they have feeling fear of feel something fearful. Okay, it's just a day of the week, Friday, and the 13th is the date. So what is the fear is all about? Okay, so this kind of stuff. Okay, and same thing like when you are going and you saw some cat is crossing your road, it creates something within you that is nothing to do with the cat. Okay, so this kind of stuff are some of the examples of the synesthesia. The one sense input creates something else within you. So this is how this operates. But at the spiritual level, we can use this as like our lifting point to go beyond the senses, and from onwards we go to the pure consciousness. Okay. And all the spiritual masters or on practice, anybody can reach their ability to whatever input you are getting from any senses, you can expand that if you operate from the consciousness level. Like people who practice remote viewing. You know what is remote viewing? Sitting here meditating and you are seeing what is happening somewhere else in the world. Live. You can feel that. There are many the remote viewers, they can see what is there, or approximately they can see that what's happening there. There is no connection, no TV, nothing. That's called remote viewing. And you can, through our meditation also, we can lift ourselves up and look at the whole, what is there on the art from a higher level. Okay, we can do something called astral travel, etc. So they are coming from another consciousness and see the physical reality from a different angle. All these are the starting points of just raising your level from this physical reality to the higher, and so on and so forth. Then a lot of things, ability comes. You can ability of, like going to experiencing different places and listening to some sound which is physically not possible. Maybe sound may be happening maybe 10 kilometers away, but you can still hear that. And some of the thing you wanted to telepathically communicate with something, so at a certain level. So all these things opens up when you reach to that level where there is no time and space. It will be instantly available. You can even communicate with your own future self. In 2015, I communicated with Rajdeep 2025. Okay. This is called future life progression. FLP. Your own future life. You can communicate. You can go there. There is a time and space. At one level, everything is there simultaneously occurring. Like a CD, whole movie is there. First scene to last scene, in one instant, everything is available in the CD. It matters where you play. You need time and space, some screen to project, that's it, to play. If you originally go to the CD, you will get all the information, even what is seen, what is happening in the future. You can get it anyway. So FLP is just opposite version of past life regression. You must have heard, you go to the past life through hypnotism. What happened in the past lives and things like what you don't remember, of course, because your brain, you got this life. And that is the future. If you can see, that's called future life progression. Past life regression, future life progression. Okay, those are by hypnosis. You can go there. There are some professionals that do it professionally. You can take their session with them and they can do it. But for the spiritual practitioners, we don't need all these kind of things. Just simply meditating by intention, we can go there. I'm just telling you, sharing as simple as that. So, and this is the type of thing. Okay, interestingly, when I had a communication in 2015 with my 2025 self, Rajdeep bracket 2015 is talking to Rajdeep bracket 2025. Yeah? So after a lot of discussion, blah, blah, and then I was just 3 years left now. I'm just realizing so that, but that time it was 10 years before. After I understood what is the type of thing and all this kind of thing, so I said, can you give me the final message of guidance? Because Rajdeep 2025 is senior, no? Senior than Rajdeep 2015. No? So I asked from the senior Rajdeep, what is your advice for junior Rajdeep? So then he told me one message, whatever happens in your life, don't leave Babaji and Mataji. And honestly, I truly faced many situations, where in case of, anyone in this kind of situation, they will say, oh, spirituality jai bhar mein. We know all these things. I need to face that ground reality and do this that fast. And that is a standard reaction of anyone. So that is the thing. So that is a hint that there may be so many things may be happening and which you have to be prepared for. But those are these things, I have to take it as a test of the conviction that if I lose that connection of Babaji's, Mataji, several lifetimes will be wasted to come back to the same position, if at all. So this life, it can be given whatever it is. I already surrendered. So the way I operate is, ये भी तुम्हारा है, वो भी तुम्हारा है. दिया हुआ लाइफ भी तुम्हारा है और जो प्रॉब्लम भी तुम्हारा है, सॉल्यूशन भी तुम्हारा है. मैं कौन होता हूँ to claim it is mine. So many I advise that don't claim that problem is yours. It will come to you. The problem will come to you. If you don't claim it, it will be there wherever it is. It is not yours. It is something is being played out. Let it play. It will be over anyway. So it doesn't matter. Only thing, don't claim it and unnecessarily don't suffer. That is the approach of the quantum level. Quantum level, looking at life. Looking at life from the witness mode. Our soul, we have a soul consciousness, we have a free will contract. Like when it's incarnated, soul doesn't interfere into our business. Even if you are going to jump from a 10-story building, soul will not stop you. You have a free will. You jump it, then we'll see what happens. Soul will not enforce anything. That is a free will contract. Unless until you knock the door of the soul to come and help you, to guide you, then it will come. Then you get the guide. Again, you have a choice to accept the guidance or not to accept the guidance. Whatever action you will take, equal reaction you will get. Okay, that's how it works. But you have a free will. You can operate from there. Anyway, so now to summarize, the synesthesia is the bridge between senses, and spiritually, it is bridge between the different levels of consciousness. It is a lift-off point where you just taken off, and then it will go further to the higher level of consciousness. And in that, all the sensations are possible. Different types of sensation, experience of different sensations are possible. You can feel it in the meditation. Many times, Babaji has shown me 1008 roop, Sahasra roop of Babaji. He used to come one day in one day he's shown all together. I cannot count that how many these things, but it's like a procession of. Anyway, then he used to come one day and communicate with me in one particular roop. Not necessarily the photo you see, not that. Different. Some of them I narrated in my Facebook posting in that particular day in which I was talking about some communication, why the the humanity, they are not going in the prosperity day by day and earning more and more and things like that. Those communication happened with Babaji at a certain form of Babaji, and he used to give me the name of that form as well. What is that name? So this is few of the 1008. All the names I also don't know. I've seen it, but I don't know the names unless until Babaji gave me that. So those are written there. I said you can go and check if you want. Rishi Pragana and Anubhuti. Don't check the Facebook of Rajdeep Datta. I don't normally use it, but I'm talking now what is a Rishi Pragana and Anubhuti, that Facebook account that is there. So then that, so here when the Babaji appeared, and then I communicated with Babaji. I can feel his presence. Why I'm mentioning this, in this Facebook posting, I have given what was the look of Babaji in that group. I'm not narrating the standard photo. I'm saying that day, which form he came. I can see the color of the clothing, a white color robe he is wearing, and with beard, without beard, in headgear, without headgear. Everything without opening my eyes. How I can describe it? Okay, those are synesthesia. You touch upon some level with all these things. I can listen to the voice of Babaji, but not in the physical ear. I feel it in the heart. Like this is the communication is happening. So those are the level where you go into that territory, and that level, and that is a quantum level that I was mentioning, if you like to have a terminology for it, and that is the synesthesia. Okay, so with this I'll conclude that today's learning session. So if you have any question, so I'll be happy to answer them.
Guruji, I just want to ask you
one moment, Monali. Yeah, Chaitali,
yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, Guruji, you said that suppose I jump from 10th storied building, that will be my free will, but but our souls also take some decisions before our birth, right?
Yeah.
So how I will know when I'm jumping from the 10th floor, it is my free will or my soul's decision?
Ask the soul. Should I jump and see what the soul gives you the reply? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Yes. If you don't ask, you will not know. Okay.
Oh.
Again, after soul said, no, I didn't plan it, you can still have a will to jump. No, nobody will stop you then also. That's what I was telling. Even after got that message, you still have a free will to take any action. Okay. But you will know. Unless until you knock the door, it will not come to you. Unless until you ask, you will not get it. Okay, as simple as that. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
God bless you. Yes, Manali, go ahead.
Guruji, this synesthesia can only happen through meditation. Other time, like I just want to share one thing. Sometimes smell of camphor comes into my nose, but in nearby it is not there at all. But I get the smell of camphor and some visual things like that day it came while I was sitting doing something. That a very nice picture of Bajrang Bali came in my very soothing face of Bajrang Bali came into my mind's picture. So is this synesthesia or something? What is this?
The first part, what you tell, you are getting some smell, that is synesthesia. And second
Okay.
part, whatever you saw, that is called visualization. That is a mind projection. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was not thinking or anything. I
Doesn't,
was doing some work
doesn't
and
matter.
suddenly.
Doesn't matter. Okay. This
Mm.
that second part is your mind project. Nothing. I'm not saying right, good or bad. I'm just telling you what
Okay.
it is. Smell. What you smell, you are realizing that is synesthesia. Okay.
Okay.
Also, it
Mm.
happens there are two way. One, it can be synesthesia if you are thinking about it. Like if you are
Okay. Mm.
focusing on, like somewhere there is some kind of worship going on, we are focusing there, you
Mm.
get the smell. That is synesthesia. But it is also
Okay.
possible that sometimes during meditation, if it is
Mm.
you said it has happened during meditation, right?
No, Guruji.
Okay.
This camphor, and I can precisely remember once it happened. I was we were then in Mumbai, and I was far from Siddhivinayak temple, quite far away. But I
Okay.
had this mind that Siddhivinayak temple is approaching, and I was very fond. I still am very fond of Siddhivinayak.
Hmm.
And that strong smell of camphor came into my
Yeah,
nose.
yeah, yeah. Because you are focusing there, that's why the smell is coming there to you. Okay, that is synesthesia.
Okay.
Now, other thing,
Okay.
I was talking something else. If I'm just sharing now, if
Hmm.
during meditation you you feel some sense of smell or something, sometimes the
Hmm.
masters come and give their own fragrance. That is one way of showing you their presence. If you are meditating,
Okay.
okay, like if Shirdi Sai
Okay.
Baba comes, when he
Hmm.
gives the smell of vibhuti, vibhuti.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Yes.
So there are different masters having their signature, fragrance. So you can feel their presence. I'm just informing you. But if you're not
Hmm.
meditating that time, definitely the second one is not the case. You are just focusing there and you are getting the smell in. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So that is not synesthesia.
No, no. What I'm saying is it is
Hmm.
synesthesia, smell, but
Okay.
not the
Hmm.
presence of master. That is not synesthesia. That is, I'm saying there is
Okay. Okay.
presence. Feel it in meditation. So
Hmm.
that is not that you have to
Hmm.
focus something. It will automatically happen.
Hmm.
The masters come and you will feel their presence with the
Hmm.
smell or different type
Hmm.
of things. Sometimes some
Hmm.
sound and
Hmm.
some overall
Hmm.
feeling and things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is the master. They
Okay.
show their presence that way as well. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Guruji.
Okay. Okay. God bless you, Chaitali. Yes.
Guruji, I have one more question. Um,
Hmm.
uh, 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 Once, when my mother-in-law in hospital,
Hmm.
I smelled a beautiful. It was a beautiful fragrance, but there was no agarbatti because it was she was in the hospital, and I was
Hmm.
the only one with her. Next day, she died, and same thing happened with my mother also. Before my mother's death, also, I smell that. Smell that same fragrance, and after
Hmm.
that my mother died. What was that? Twice I
Uh, yeah, yeah.
experienced that.
Sometimes what happens is that something is called your cool guru. It is a guru of your claim that your what is called your family. Okay, the generations there is a guru. Okay, so sometimes what happens when this kind of things comes nearby, so they feel come their presence there. Okay,
Okay.
so if the cool guru is present there, it's just a form of energy, protecting energy for the family. Okay, so
Okay.
they come there, and that what I was telling, that you can have some kind of fragrance, their presence sometimes felt by the that that kind of smell. Yeah, yeah, that might have happened there. Okay, if it is the
Oh.
same smell, that is the same master or same cool guru is present there. Mm.
Oh, I thought maybe for my mother-in-law, my father-in-law came because that time it was her last moment, and for my mother, I thought maybe my father came to take her
Um,
away.
uh, Possible. Maybe
No.
they are also maybe there. They may be also there. Okay.
Okay.
But in this kind of fragrance come from the very high level of spiritual power, the master of the very high level of spiritual power. Yeah.
Oh,
Fragrance,
okay.
I'm saying. Fragrance such strong
Okay.
that in the physical level people can get it. Yeah, that level.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that level, it should come from the very high level. But anything is possible. I'm not saying there is infinite possibility. But what I'm saying is normally it's not. They might have been present, but not that. What I'm saying, the fragrance is not signature of that. Yeah.
Because before my mother died, she was saying someone is there, someone is
Yes.
there, but nobody
Yes.
was there.
Correct.
Nobody was there.
Okay. She uttered
She uttered,
who
yes,
no
she
no
uttered.
man, who she saw.
No, she was just telling me someone is
Somebody.
standing over there.
That's what I'm saying. There's a cool guru.
Oh,
Cool
okay,
guru who protects the family. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So that is the
Oh,
someone. That's what I told you in the beginning.
okay.
Okay. If she says your father is there,
No, no, no.
okay.
She will never
Yeah,
said
that's what
that.
I'm asking. So if nothing is just somebody, it's normally that. Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay. Thank you, Guruji.
All right. God bless you. Yes, Shubir.
Yeah, Rasdeep, I have one question. And this is regarding this meditation, not exactly the topic of today's discussion. You see, you were talking about this meditative fire.
Yeah.
Basically, when we do the meditation in Chin Mudra, we are trying to burn the seeds of karma. Now, definitely, this burning the seeds of the bad karma is what we want. But is it not possible that even the good karmas or the seeds of good karmas also get burnt along with? I mean,
Yes.
how do you differentiate?
No need to differentiate. Both will get burned. Okay.
Okay, then.
Okay. You are going beyond the polarity. And so both will get burned. It is not that by choice you will burn all this. That is not possible. That's not needed also. It's in that level, there is no such thing called good or bad. Yeah. If you burn everything, your state gets clean. So you can get then everything become fresh, and that is the way to deal with it, not by picking up the good or, because if you get the good karma, then it will having the seed of bad karma built into it. Means if people are in a less awareness,
Okay.
during the good time they will do bad things and buying more karma. Okay, so it is better to get rid of it altogether, getting liberated from it. So that is more important than clinging into this only the good karmas. But saying so that our higher self, okay, they are not stupid. Huh? They know what is best for you. What you are thinking is that it is a good karma, I will keep it. Maybe it is not good for you ultimately. Okay, so better to get rid of it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, it's clear.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, because
RPA, during the session, you mentioned about different expressions of me.
yes,
Yeah, that is oneness. So, exactly who is this me?
oneness is the creator of the universe. So there is no who. There's only I am. That's it.
So, it is expanded I.
It is I who created everything.
Means there is no ego. Ego is
No,
dissolved.
ego is dropped long time back. Yeah, so okay. Ego is a small parts of that identity, false creation, falsely created identities. Those are long time back. I'm saying in the higher level also, when you merge with the creator, and that is how the creator is feeling. That's what you get it. because all the individual souls created out of the universal consciousness, no? Soul consciousness created out of that. So you are individually, you go back, trace back to the origin. Like wave has been merged into the ocean.
Ocean. Okay.
Okay, you are feeling like ocean, that's it. Before also you are part of the ocean, now also you are part of the ocean. Only thing you are feeling that you are the ocean, not the wave. So different waves are expression of me. You are the ocean, that is the truth. Okay. Earlier you used to feel I am only this wave, which is your identity. Okay. I am feeling that I am Rajdeep. That is my identification with that wave named Rajdeep.
Okay.
But universal consciousness is like ocean. Only thing, my idea that I am this wave has gone. To what I fall back upon, I am the ocean, which is true. And different waves are expressions of the same ocean.
Yes.
So there is no other. So different waves are expressions of me, which is ocean.
Right.
We were ocean before, now also we are, same ocean, only the misunderstanding that we are separate, that need to go. That's it.
To continue this topic, sometimes I feel no differentiation even between the animal and me. Sometimes I'm so connected, sometimes it's connected. So I feel ki yes, there is no differentiation. It's me
Yes.
only. So what? But it comes seldom when there is no calculation going on in the head.
Yeah.
Right? Free.
Understood. Mhm. Yeah.
So
So animals are the different expression of the same universal consciousness.
yes.
You can go that way. It's another wave, but it's maybe small. Okay. So that way you are connected, or you can look at it this way also. In our soul's journey, we started with a mineral.
Yeah.
Mineral, then plant kingdom, then animal kingdom, and then human. Human also first is human doing whatever the most of the people are doing. Then you learn spirituality, go into human being. You operate from the being level. And that's what we need to learn. And then we can liberate ourselves. That's the final journey. So you may be, the feeling comes sometimes you got a glimpse from your past births of animal births, and that's how you get connected. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you feel that connection because you lived this kind of lives before. That's why. It is somewhere into your fifth body, it's there. The information is there. So during meditation, that can trigger it, and you can feel that association with them. That's quite possible.
Not only animal, sometimes an unknown person is going on the road, suppose. Sometimes
Yes.
you get connected as if he is me and myself is he.
Yes.
So that kind of this thing, and you become so emotionally high. I don't know whether it should be called emotionally high or something, but no differentiation suddenly.
Yes. In this case, you are seeing your past lives. Okay. And that particular point of time, what in that life you have undergone, that emotion you are attracting. Some, suppose you have been one particular life, say maybe you become there's something happened in the boy lost in a jungle. You are associating yourself. And that life has gone maybe up to 80 years of age, but you are associating with 15-year-old. Whatever currently, not currently, that time undergoing in that boy's mind will come to you. The fear or how can I get out of this forest, and this kind of feeling you will get it. Yeah, but that is how we get connected. Means, okay, give an analogy of the CD. You are playing that scene. So whatever emotions of that scene, you will be able to reveal it to you.
Okay.
If it's a tragedy, if it is a joyful event, you get that energetically connected. And the principle, energy, no time and space. It can instantly come to you. Only you connected with your focus, in your attention, that particular life, that particular event you are connected to, it will come immediately to you.
Right.
Okay.
This is all past lives. But you just said
Means, not normally. I'm not saying in general. There may be something else. You may be actually connecting to somebody else. It is possible. That is called empathetic connection. If you feel somebody else's pain, you are empath. Okay. It is also possible. It may be somebody else. It is not your past life. But normally, when you see the scene and you get these things, normally you are going into your own past lives. Yeah, but it is also possible to pick up somebody else's things and do that. In fact, the healers, they know, the masters, they know how to disconnect empathetically. Otherwise, you pick up their pain. You are come here to help somebody, not to pick up the pain. Otherwise, if you become part of the pain, then you will not be able to help the other person. So it is important to disconnect. Okay, then you can start doing your healing, not going into the emotional part of it. If you come to know some 15-year-old boy is in ICU and a deathbed and all those things, it will trigger the emotion in you. Yeah? If it triggered the emotion, you will not be able to heal that person. You will be one of the part of the pain which being suffered. Yeah. So we need to know how to disconnect that, how not to bring that into the your emotions, so that you can independently you can do whatever healing necessary. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So, RP, I had one question on this. Can I ask?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. So, how do I know whether I am emotionally responding or reacting, or I am being compassionate? I mean, because as per our learning so far, compassion is what we need to develop through our spiritual practices. So, how do I know that I have not become over compassionate, or I am becoming emotional about
No,
it?
there's nothing called over compassionate. So during the process, if you feel you are a victim, you are the first part. If you feel you are powerful, you are able to help that person, then you are compassionate. Okay. You can also join in crying, oh, what happened to you, oh God, and then you are another part of that problem.
Okay.
You are emotionally connected. You are not compassionate. Sitting and crying, for somebody's loss is not helping anyway. But if you give consolation, you see there is a higher power, higher, consciousness or something. You give a little bit of some few words of cooling down. Then this is your compassionate action.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, Uma. Shaival, I'll come back to you. Uma. Actually, synesthesia is truly not third dimensional aspect. It is not that. Okay, it is little above. Actually, synesthesia is something where the subtle aspect starts. That's why we call it a quantum level. Quantum physics is not pure physics. Newton's law doesn't apply there. It's a quantum. It's a different. It is a little higher level than that. That's why every action has equal reaction and all those things doesn't apply there. Okay, it's little different. So here is the same thing. You have to go lift it up a little bit, go to the level of synesthesia, so that this is a little bit towards the consciousness, not the physical reality. Okay, so it is not bound by the laws of the physical reality. If it is totally bound by the laws of physical realities, the five senses are five different aspects, and they are different from each other. What we are talking now, going to a level when one can use for the other. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is started with third dimensional, effect is third dimensional, came through the higher dimension. Okay. Okay, that's right. Because if doesn't touch upon synesthesia, it could not have the power to excite the other senses like a test. Just listen, you listen something, that's okay. But nothing effect can only happen if you have that. Okay. Mm. No, there can be two meanings. One is you don't like pickle. So, okay. Okay. And second thing is your synesthesia is not activated. It is possible. No? You have a choice. You have a free will. It's not that you have to. Okay, you choose not to get lured into that temptation. That's it. It's fine. Okay. All right. God bless you. Yes, Shaival?
Yeah, so Rajdeep, I heard synesthesia about as a medical term also, right? So for example,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see the different I think let me wait for your answer. Is it dependent on the individual's frequency? For example, synesthesia can be considered as a disorder in treating someone with, say, bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, right? They also listen the inner voice. Like you said, ask your soul. Soul can be very, it's not soul, but they hear the inner voice. Yeah, go jump out of the window from a 10th floor building, right? Similarly, it can be manifested, for example, for example, John Denver's lyrics, when somebody falls in love, right? Doesn't matter who the person is. You fill up my senses like the night in the forest. वो लड़की को देखा तो ऐसे लगा.
Yeah.
Is it the different levels of frequency at that point that you are in that will have different manifestation?
See, just to first let me address it. Synesthesia, yes, the word is also used by medical practitioners to get certain kind of disorders. Okay. They're also used. Like, let me give you another example so that it will be clear. Agyan. Okay. Agyan is in spirituality somebody who is not knowledgeable. Okay. Agyan also means you become senseless. You put the anesthesia and you become senseless. There's a medical way of dealing with it. So here what we are talking, Agyan in the spiritual is a natural ignorance. Somebody is not aware of something. In medically, same Agyan is put some chloroform and make that person senseless. So word is same, but how it is played out is different.
I see. So it's an induced way of, okay.
That's right. Okay, so that is there are therapy, synesthesia, and it can be a disorder. Means somebody can hallucinate all the time, and there can be disorder that maybe need to be corrected. Yeah? So it is a sense disorder. Yeah? But see, disorder and the breach, the higher order, sometimes it is similar. but it is the operating level is different. It is cannot be operating from here.
So if someone
Yeah.
hears that voice all the time, that means it's a disorder.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. But if you can have something as per your choice, it is not a disorder. You focus somewhere, you're listening something, you know, the knowingness is there. Ignorance is not there. You know exactly where it is coming, what is happening. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yes, Vani.
Sorry, I'm taking some time.
No
Just
problem.
wanted to know, like, sometimes I get this feeling, like, I mean, it's my own experience that my son or the daughter is not feeling good. Is that a sixth sense, or it is something like, I don't know exactly. So is that?
Yeah. No, you're right. It is six sense. You are energetically connected with them, so that's why you can feel them. Yeah. Where you focus, that's I was explaining to Vikas, where you focus, even if it is your past life somewhere, you pick up that what that person is feeling at this that time when it is focused, and you pick up that same here.
Okay.
It depends on your focus. You shift the focus, that particular things will go.
Okay.
You think of somebody else, focus somebody else, that will go because you are not focusing there. You will not get that.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now let us, if any other question. So if there's no question, then we'll go ahead with our Kriya and meditation.